All right, now we're looking at a pound yen 60-minute chart, and this chart looks kind of ugly, doesn't it? We are trading in this large range between 209.60 and 211, say 211.10. So quite a large range, but we can also see the fractals or the micro ranges within this consolidation period and how price simply deals within ranges before moving out of its ranges. And what we want to look at here now is we're looking at this distinct range low right here, this low here, or kind of anywhere between the body and the wick. Now, the body typically represents the bulk of the volume that's generated during that specific time period, and this is a 60-minute candlestick. And often the wicks can simply just be some errant price action, but we'll just place it down at the bottom here at 09.55. And let's just watch over here on the far right hand side of the chart as we move forward. Look at how price goes down and makes an attempt at the low that is occurs earlier in the week, effectively at the beginning of the week, and we see that price is we need to see price hold above 209.80 in this case. For this low to hold, we want to see price dealing above 209.80 or start to deal above 209.80 and hold. And if that happens, then we could see a real nice bullish move on the day. Now we're starting to see price move above and hold and trade above, and it's trading in a 20 pip range right now between 09.80 and 210. Still trying to go lower again, as we see here, and we are actually breaking now just into the weekend, and this here was a weekend period, so the Friday price held down, still above this low. Same principle applies. If we move above 209.80 and hold above 209.80, we could see this thing really go. Now we are long, and prices, ideally we'd like to see price move. Now if we are long, we want to see price move above this level right here, this very distinct level. So we want it to move above and trade above 2010, sorry, 210.20. Still holding within the range, that's fine. You can see there's it doesn't take much for this currency to move a lot of pips, and you have to trade it as such in your equity management protocol. Spiking above 210.20. Now we need to see this thing start to move above and hold above. It's looking, if we look at this trend, if we looked at it on a smaller time frame, we would see that price is looking like it wants to break out above 210.20. Now we move above, and this is becoming very, very bullish now that we've moved above, and it is still early in the session with plenty of time left to continue the move. Price inching upwards still, still a very, very long tendency, and if we want to be long here, if you want to be long here, you want to trade. Let's say that you have not gotten in the trade yet. What you want to do is, if price pulls back to this base level of support or trade it as close to 210.20 as possible. Price now moving above into a new range, and it looks as though the price may, I would expect that or anticipate that we've seen a real big move here, and I would anticipate that price could work its way around here a little bit and maybe even retrace back to 210.60, 50, or maybe even 40 in this case. Again, we see that breakout move out of the consolidation. It's moved all the way back and tested 210.40, and will probably consolidate above 210.40 or 50 in this case, if we look at the bodies where the bulk of the volume is trading. Let's continue to watch as 210.40 is holding. Let's just define this level here now. I actually would prefer to define it up closer to the bodies in this case. And if you anticipate that this level will continue to hold, then you want to trade it as close to this low as possible, maybe even 210.40 or 50, because look at how much room you've got to 210.80. You can even take profit even before it breaks out of the range, and it may break out of the range and give you even more profit. If you're going to make an entry, here's your entry right down here. All right, this is your entry right here. Because if it stays within consolidation, which is a high probability, look, do you think it's a high probability? Look how much time it's spent in consolidation. If it stays in consolidation, you can take profit even before it breaks out. Not without driving you nuts first, of course. Now we see a spike from 50, 55 to 80 and above, and prices now moving above and out of this range. Let's look at this range at 80 now. Struggling to move out, but finally getting some release here, and looks like this could take it out and hold it out for the longer term. And let's just move this up here as our breakout high. And look at this spike. This is a 40 pip spike, and in that case I think that we may settle and hold. The bulls need to hold above 211.20 here. Continuing to hold, but let's do this now. Let's bring in a trend line to see if we are looking at further support. I just want to show you something quickly. Let's have a look to see. You see this level of support here, and you see this 38% retracement. Price rallies, retraces 38. This is 50, 62, 79. It rests right on the 38% retracement before extending up to the 162% extension, which of course is an exhaustion level for price. And it is now coming back and settling in at this level of resistance, which is now becoming support. If you want to enter right here at this trend line, above the trend line, and this level of resistance now becoming support, this should be your entry right here. Let's let's watch price move as this here is the Asian session. Now London is starting to pick up as we see price move during London, making an effort to get above this high, and looks like it's going to take some work because it's already had to move 80 pips, and to move 80 pips, 100 pips, and to hold above could be tough. Even if you sold the high here, we saw a nice move down in excess of 50 pips just selling the high, and we finally get a breakout to the north here. And let's see here. We've got a level of support at around 212. But this is a pretty big move here. 211.20 to 212.40, 120 pip move. So let's just see. I also want to see where our Fibonacci extensions are on this move. Let's just have a quick look. Here price comes down and forms a, we could use these lows or these lows, and forms a real nice hammer at these highs and the 62% retracement, resistance and support, and a trend line. Could also use these lows, and this is a classic Fibonacci convergence where price has retraced to the 38% retracement, resistance becomes support, a hammer, trend line, and boom, price moves upwards. As we see price continuing, it's consolidating after a nice move up. Moving our trend line forward. Price comes and hits our trend line. Resistance becomes support at our trend line. And let's, we have an upswing, a retracement, and looks like price is preparing to make another leg up. Struggling with the highs at the moment. Looks like it wants to get through and is still struggling, but trading above 212.40, and now it is trading and holding above 212.40. Trend is getting a little weak at this point now, seemingly getting weak. We are coming to the trend line and holding above this support resistance level here. And I think that we can anticipate another up move here, another up leg. Price is looking real strong. We're trending really strong here. And I just want to have a quick look at what has happened here. Another very, very beautiful rally, retracement to 62%. Previous resistance becomes support, and it has bounced there and it's holding nicely at the trend line. Support, resistance, 62% retracement. And I anticipate another up leg here. 212, currently at 212.40, and we'll probably get another up leg. Comes back and touches the trend line perfectly. This is an interesting, it's a bit of a shooting star doji, which is quite an interesting scenario. And could lend to some pullback here, but probably a little bit of a bounce maybe. No, it continues upwards. It finds its exhaustion point at the 127% extension. We're also at the 262% extension of the original upswing. $213.50. Now we're at multiple extensions up here, and the price has been moving parabolic, and I'd be very careful as to what might happen here. Let's see where we are in the bigger spectrum. If we can see anything. No, we're just in a real nice continuous uptrend here, but you can see, as you can see with this move here, price can move for quite some time before it gets exhausted. And now price is doing what? It is consolidating above this very short-term support and resistance. And traders, the reason I put this in here is because this is what's actually happening right now live. This is live at this moment. We have some Eurozone fundies coming up, and consolidation is very tight. As you can see, it's very tight in comparison to any consolidations that we've seen. And the euro has moved a bit. It's been somewhat volatile at this point, but the yen has been quite flat. And that's it for a simulated trading scenario using trend lines, support and resistance, candlesticks, and Fibonacci as well. In addition, we could put in some pivot points. Again, I don't want to throw in too many lines for you. It can get confusing. But let's just add the pivot points to see where we're at relative to the pivots. It looks like in most of the days, so here we were in the buy zone, price moved up, price retraced to the central pivot and rallied. Price entered into the market on the central pivot before rallying, and then this is a weekend, so these can be discounted. And that's it, folks. We will see you in the next section.